So yes, you have heard the thumbnail correctly as well. Uh, I mean, unless you actually make the very precise way ahead and structure in terms of building the business right, it will never going to scale for that matter. And a business which is not scalable is not profitable as well. Yeah. So it's very important that now at every point or stage to look back and reflect and take it to the next level for the overall scalability as well. So I will detail out you here all the detailed pointers. I mean, how you go ahead and take the journey ahead as well, and that's exactly will give you the entire benefit. Taking the journey ahead. Hi, this is Avik. Avik's a business coach and a consultant equally as well. And I'm on a mission right now to help business owners like you to take your business way ahead and make it scalable, irrespective of the turnover, the journey, or the business overhead that you are leading to as well. Yeah. So, having said that, uh, when it comes to the detailed pointers, so I'll give you all the detailed pointers over here. So make a note of all of them and make sure that you grab enough notes and watch it till the end, because in the end there's a gift as well which worth almost 5,000 rupees, but there's an opportunity that is a surprise on the gift equally as well, and it will be only given to those like to you when if you stay till the end as well. So yes, as I was sharing, that when it comes to scalability of the business, uh, so primarily there are some key pointers in stepwise that I'm going to help you understand. So the first thing is that when you start as a business owner, it is very very important that when you start it in the right momentum. You start it at the right phase equally as well. So when I talk about the right momentum or the right momentum, what I mean by that, as a business owner, you must have a compelling reason of driving the business. So it's not only based on profitability or not only based on money making process, or well, that's something which is tangible, but there is also something which is beyond that, okay, which is the the most compelling reason for driving the business. So there has to be there must be a mission or vision attached to the overall objectives of the business. Okay, let's say if you talk about myself, so my mission right now is being lived in the journey and being surrendering to all best of the best global mentors equally as well. So my journey right now equally is to explore and make sure that you know it bring the impact on the same to thousands and thousands million lakhs of business owners and entrepreneurs who are in the journey of micro, small, or medium business owners equally as well, and make their life better, make their business better, and build a scalable business for helping them to build a scalable business equally as well. So that's how it stands and that's how it goes. So unless you have a strong mission statement, unless you have a strong compelling reason to do that, it will not drive you at a longer run, because guess what, success is always shabby. Success is never kind of reaching the horizon and reaching at the top. It is always expanding your horizon and adding value enough to it on the table as well. So when you can do all those stuff, when you can make it more precise, that's where it brings the right approach to the business and the right environmental approach to the business. So the first step is that what you stand for, what is your mission, vision, what is your compelling reason to drive the business. Once you do that, the next step which certainly comes on table is to ensure that what are your current plans and actionables. So when I talk about current plan and actionables, I definitely mean by the fact that as a business owner, what are your current footprints in terms of different functions of business. So whether it has to do with marketing, whether it has to do with sales, whether it has to do with operation, which has more to do with team, whether it has to do with the business model itself. So how does it stand, or whether it has to do with the management side of it. So how does it stand? Okay, so unless you have clear role goal indicator sets, unless you have the clear actionables for each functions, and the fact what to do and by whom to get it done, and how to measure, then the job is done. Okay, and that stands every across all the functions. So that's where we speak about when we talk about business goal. It is not about numbers and revenue. It is always holistic goal in nature. So when you look at all the functions, so which has primarily to do with all major functions, which is marketing, sales, operations, your customer operation excellence parameters, and yeah, and obviously your business model itself. So when you look at all these functional your management metrics itself. So when you look at all these functional metrics for that matter at a very horizontal level and at a very holistic level, that's where it brings you a very, very holistic approach to business. Okay. And it helps you also to understand where you stand and what are the triggers and indicators which are needs to be applied or actionable needs to be measured or done across all the functions which are left out. So once you can take actions on those in such parameters in such a manner, that's where it will bring you a massive momentum. Okay, and it will help you to draw out a right picture in terms of the actions that needs to be taken ahead as well. Okay, so that becomes your second stage when it comes to the this building the scalable part of the model as equally as well. Once you have the right plan of actionables for your present current situations, and once you have your mission, vision, compelling reasons set across to take it to way ahead, the next parameter, the third pointers which comes on table, is to ensure that you have a strong operational build-up. What I mean by that is a matter of building the right team efficacies. Because when it's a scalable model, when it's a scalable business, then things needs to be leveraged as such. Okay, you should have enough mechanism of duplicating your operations, your sales mechanisms, your marketing as a function. So everywhere, especially in terms of operations, it has to ensure that yes, you have the right team build set. And what I mean by team build is initially you might not have enough funds. Okay, I mean in terms of just to put it across in terms of the hiring budget and stuff like that. But guess what? If you don't sell your vision to your team, if you don't sell your brand promise to your team, if you don't sell your way of metrics, ideally the brand promise to the team, it will never going to long last. If you are the only one man show in terms of the dependability of the team execution, and if you are thinking that you are the end boss who will execute the entire show, then probably you are living in high insecurity zone. Let me tell you that. Okay, because a scalable business is always a model which operates on building team efficiently when it comes to operations. Okay, and that's how it works for any big brands. Think of any big brands for that matter, whether it is to do with McDonald's or Domino's, or you take any Indian brands, or you take any outside brands equally as well. You'll always find that there is a strong frontline operation team headed by the leadership team equally as well. Because if the operation team falls flat on the table without proper metrics of measurement, it will never going to work out. Yeah. So that becomes your third indicators in terms of building a strong team with the right role goal set and the right clarity of their measurement of their role goals. Okay, with their metrics of their measurement for that matter. Once you have the right team build in place, the next pointers which comes in place, you should have a proper clarity and proper mechanism of building a very, very strong sales process. So what I mean over here by that is always the different stages of sales to understand and leverage equally as well. And it's not about those traditional pattern of push sell anymore. So what I mean is it's more of a sales by design than a sales by default. Yes, you heard it right. I repeat, it's sales by design than sales by default. And when it comes to sales by design, it has definitely to do much in context with your set agenda and the way you drive things equally as well. Yeah. So that's the new essence of business parameters and trend equally as well. So how do you allow your client engagement happening? How do you allow your client coming and giving or coming up with enough inquiries as such? And how do you draw out a sales process out of that? Building up equally an accountability system attached to it, so that people are result oriented. People know to deliver the results equally as well when you attach an accountability system attached to it as well. Okay. This becomes again very essential. So what I mean by accountability system is ideally the conversion number, the demo presentation that has happened, then out of that how many people has converted. So these same things becomes the accountability system for that matter in the overall environment. So that again becomes a very, very strong pointers when it comes to the next level, which has more to do with the sales process and building it right equally as well. And last but not the least, I mean, considering all the four factors which has been measured so far and been shared equally so far, the last but not the least again stands is as a business owner for you is to ensure that you have enough ways out and mechanism to build up a very strong environment of duplication. Okay, and when I talk about strong environment of duplication, essentially I'm talking about all those resistance which will come out from internal stakeholders as a resistance of change. Because guess what? No one like change. No one like the pattern of change to happen. So what really makes a lot of difference is you have to ensure that this becomes this becomes the set example on your environment or in your environment for that matter. So it is ideally to ensure that you create such systems, you create such you know mechanisms, some systems, some strategies which will become duplicable even if you are not there. So which means it has to be a process driven and a system driven organization than more of a people driven organization. Because when it's a system driven organization, it becomes the culture of the brand, it becomes the tone of the brand, it becomes the set force of the brand, and with that it can work like anything. And it has all to do with that. It has all to do with the intricacies of the functions and measurables. Okay, and once you do that, once you set those culture, those functions, that helps the tone of the brand to work out. Yeah, and and that equally brings the business environment at a scalable model equally as well. Because when you understand that system strategies system strategies, preferably when they're put on table, they are sync aligned to build it well and draw it well as well. That's where the entire business runs at a very smooth level. Yeah. So having said that, this if it has really helped you to give a breakthrough and have give us thought to understand for the second time, then do comment below and comment strong so that I can also understand your point of scope of understanding your leverage. What are the things that you want to make a change in your environment, and how do you want to make it way ahead, more ahead equally as well? Yeah. So go through this video again and again and go through all the pointers that I mentioned equally when it comes to building a very, very successful and scalable business, and see where do you stand at this point of time as a business owner. It has nothing to do with your turnover or with your product lines and stuff like that. It has more to do with understanding the strategies and the steps and the mechanisms. So once you build it in those ground lines, it would definitely give you a very, very solid proof results. So I'm looking out for all those comments equally as well. So do comment below equally as well, and see where you stand and what is it that you need to act upon in terms of taking the next level action and putting it across the air. And yes, like I have shared you also in the beginning, that if you wait till the end, then there is a if you wait till the end, then there's a strong, very high, powerful gift also waiting for you. So here is the gift of the day. So if you see, there's a link which is shared below as well, and that talks about the 5 secrets of a high performance team. I mean, essentially, if you talk about the pointers and the clarities and the direction that has been mentioned in the ebook that's been shared below in the link, it generally costs nothing less than 5,000 rupees in the marketplace. But since you have stayed till the end, so you can download the link and grab the book absolutely free of cost. Yes, you heard it right. Okay, and spread the word equally as well in your network, wherever you find business owners or entrepreneurs who are suffering the ball game of on business owner and entrepreneurship equally as well. So I think this will definitely going to help them equally as well. Along with that, there is also a Telegram link which is shared below. So do subscribe in that as well. That will also help you to get into my inner circle group, where I keep posting tons of insights and informative videos where on a daily basis, which will help you take action and address the burning problem of your business equally as well. Okay. So till then, Avik signing off here as of now. I'm sure this video has given you enough food for thought. So do comment below equally as well. What are the things and pointers that has given you a very strong pointers in terms of taking the journey way ahead, and also how you're going to act upon all those actions and measurables in terms of taking the business journey way ahead. So I'll be reading with each and every comment of yours. So till then, take care and have a wonderful day ahead. And look forward for the next video equally as well, for all the powers, full power pack inside. Till then, have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye.